Today we're in Santa Monica, one of the most desirable coastal communities in Los Angeles. Known for its celebrity residents, iconic dining scene, walkability, and laid-back luxury, just steps from the ocean.
Hi everyone, today we are here at 636 Bay Street in Santa Monica, and we are at this beautiful property fixer with no bedrooms.
That's right.
And Robert and Ginny saw the potential and they decided to flip it. Can you tell us a little bit about this property?
Sure. It's hard for a lot of buyers sometimes to kind of visualize something when it's completely done. So when you walk through a property and you see it needs work, it's overwhelming unless you're in the business and you walk through. So having done so many of these properties, you walk through, and when we walk like a fixer, we see the finished product. We're like, okay, this is the vision. And so we're walking through like, this is really going to be really, really cool spot. And I think it turned out pretty good. Let's take a look. Timing has a lot to do with it, right? So we bought this, it was just after the fires, but it was before really the values took off here, right? Because it was so like early after the fires that the buyers hadn't had their either insurance settlements or really knew what they were going to do. And then shortly after, the values took off.
Incredible. It's really open, it's spacious, which I could never visualize.
Yeah, let's go take a look at the outside here. So the garage we're kind of using as a flex space. And what we did is, we kind of just finished it off. It was already really mostly done. It's got really nice high ceilings. So it really was kind of built almost like someone had the intention of using it as an ADU or a studio or something along those lines. It already had these two French doors. We just replaced the doors. In fact, they had them boarded up, I think, when we bought it. And, these are, we wanted that kind of lighter, natural look. So these are actually mahogany. It's bleached mahogany. So it takes the red away. And then you're left with this kind of whiter oak looking, but it's more durable. It's a little harder. Yeah, the deck is an ipe deck, which is an African wood, and it's very hard. It's like, so for like a beach area that gets a lot of moisture, we spent the extra money to have the ipe, which is, like here, just this part of the wood was $4,500 just for the wood. And, whereas if you did it in pine or redwood, it may have been like $1,500 or something. Let's take a look at the upstairs. So, one of the things that, we changed the floors to like these white oak floors. This staircase was an existing staircase, but we wanted the stairs to match better to the existing floor. So these were like the wood on the stairs and the treads, rather than remake them, it was a very red kind of wood. And so what we had the guy do is he bleached them twice and then stained them to kind of match or better match, the wood floor. So we managed to reuse those, which is always better because if you have an existing staircase, especially with this where it's a combination of metal and wood, it's easier to use what was there. So we'll do the small bedroom first here. So this is the second bedroom. Nice size bedroom. You've got a closet here, and then this has its own kind of like linen storage as well. And then you've got the bathroom here. All right, now we're in the primary suite. And this is a really nice size suite for this size home, especially here in Santa Monica where things tend to be a little bit smaller and a lot of the homes that are older. It has a little retreat area, has its own kind of Juliet balcony that you can walk out to. And this is a king size bed, so you can see how well it fits, and there's still space on either side to fit. Like, these are pretty good sized vanities here as well. Yeah. Walk-in closet, no primary bath here.
So Robert, for people that want to get into this business, what would be your recommendation? Where should they start from?
I will say that finding someone who's experienced is probably number one. And it's very easy to make some mistakes. And I think that having someone to bounce ideas off of or just understanding, I think is a really key factor. It's what I did when I first started.
Thank you, Robert.
You got it. Great.
Thanks for watching. I'm Nelly. Reach out anytime if you have questions about this property, Santa Monica, or real estate market in general.